magnetic ride really does allow for incredible capabilities. If you've not had the ability to ever check out magnetic ride in a Corvette or another vehicle, I truly encourage you to do so. The first time I ever experienced it, it was incredible. I really thought the magnetic ride was a gimmick until I felt it in person. Cooling is another big point that GM is working on because as great as the C7 Z06 was, it certainly had its Achilles heel in terms of overheating. Having a track version of a car that would go into limp mode after 15 minutes drove owners crazy. To top it off, GM really showed their dark side and chose never to officially admit that there was an issue. Now, no company is perfect, but in my opinion, this was not a great look for GM, and I know they were grilled in the forums for this. In 2017, Z06s did begin to come with better cooling, but this leads us to believe that GM will be working very carefully to ensure that their new Z06 does not fall to the same fate of overheating. The base Corvette C8 is already beefed up in the cooling area, so it does seem that that should roll over to their Z06 version. So when does the all-new C8 Z06 actually come out? And sources are saying the Corvette C8 will receive its Z06 variation as a 2022 model year. Most likely that means we have over a year before ordering is even available, but the car is out on the horizon. And for those of you that are patiently waiting for this car, this is the car that you're waiting for, you don't want the base. It appears this car is building up to be an absolute animal, and I think it will be well worth the wait, especially if you track your vehicle. As always, let me know your thoughts below in the comments section. I love to converse with you all. And is there any of you out there waiting for the all-new Z06 instead of going with the base? I should be getting my base Corvette C8 in the first quarter of 2020, and I'm so excited. But my thoughts are, if the Z06 version is going to be as great as it appears to be, it might be something where I drive my C8 for the next year, year and a half, and I upgrade to the Z06. The Corvette dealership that I'm working with will most likely get quite a bit of allocation for the new Z06. And while we don't have any pricing whatsoever yet, if it does end up being fairly affordable with the performance figures we're hearing, then I'd love to upgrade to the all-new Z06, and I think you all would enjoy that as well. The last thing I wanted to talk about in today's video is pertaining to the ordering of my all-new 2020 Corvette C8, and I told you all I would keep you updated, and I also talked about getting your input on my car, and a lot of you all have helped me choose some of the options, and I did change from the Sebring Orange over to the Torch Red. I made a video explaining why I did that, but a lot of it had to do with the matching interior. I really wanted the red stitching, and so the Torch Red made a lot of sense, especially if I do want to trade this car in sooner than later on the new Z06. But my question today is what your thoughts are on the wheel option that I have. And I definitely want to go black because I want to have the red brake calipers that kind of coincide with the black wheels. So I have two separate options. I can choose the carbon flash painted machine edge, and those I'm going to throw up on the screen there. And they're what we've seen on a lot of the prototypes, and I think they look pretty good. They're 19-inch front, 20-inch rear, and they're only $9.95. That's what they cost to upgrade, plus a few hundred extra dollars for black lug nuts, which is ridiculous, and some of the other accessories that go along with it. My other option on top of that is the black spoke Trident, and I think they look a little bit better than possibly the carbon flash, but with all of the accessories adding up, it's $3,000. It's a full accessory wheel, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous because I want this car to have black wheels, and there's a pretty good chance that in the next year after I get my car, or within the first year of ownership, I actually upgrade to some aftermarket black wheels. So I don't want to really drop $3,000 on wheels, and while the Trident looked decent, I don't think they're the greatest looking wheels. I don't think Chevrolet did a great job on their wheel options in general, and of course that's completely my opinion. You all may think differently, but I think aftermarket wheels is definitely a must on my next generation Corvette. But I wanted to see what you all thought. Should I save the $2,000 or should I ante up for the black Trident wheels? It's something that I'm kind of working on currently because I'd like to keep the 3LT package. I've kind of bumped it down to the 2LT because my previous kind of build out was $97,000. It was absolutely ridiculous. So I've had to knock off some of the carbon, I've had to knock off some of my kind of extra accessories. And then, as I said, what should I do with an additional $2,000? I have no problem spending it, but should I put it into carbon? There's a few extra areas I can do. I think the carbon mirror caps will look so cool, but at almost $1,200, that's a lot of money allocated to that area. I would love to do the ground effects package, but that's just going to be a little bit expensive. And with it also being an accessory, I can always add that to the car later at the dealership. So should I bump up to the 3LT, or should I stay down at the 2LT and try to find a way to maybe add the front carbon package? I'm not certain exactly where I'm going to go, but that's where your input is certainly needed. So let me know again in the comment section below. So as always, if you did enjoy today's video, please help support my channel and hit that thumbs up button. It would be truly appreciated. It doesn't only help my video out with kind of the analytics side, but it shows me that you all enjoy the time that I put into these videos. So thank you so much for that. If you are new to the channel, think about subscribing. We would absolutely love to have you in the community going forward, and we have a ton of cool content coming, especially when I take delivery of my all-new Corvette C8. One last thing, make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when my latest video drops. You all take care, and I'll see you next video.
I hope everybody's okay.
Guys and gals, you freaking car nerds, it is here at last. A real, honest to dog, production ready, fast AF, mid-engine American sports car. We have been dreaming and speculating and gossiping for literally decades about this thing. And I can't think of another car that's been hyped more than this besides the Supra, but the difference is this one didn't disappoint everybody. It blew everyone's freaking minds. Let's find out why this thing, this beautiful thing, is so special. We're going front to trunk, bumper to bumper on the new mid-engine C8 Corvette. Big old big boy thanks to this week's